Except for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can fucking die.
Yeah. Plastic drops through here.
They will.
If they all die, then I think a major part of the ecosystem gets fucked up.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Aren't they just disease-carrying monsters?
Well, I guess the animal eats them, or like something about like water or something. Like we need.
Wow, you cleared that up.
They like fertilize some kind of plant or something.
Do they really?
Yeah. I don't know. I just heard they're important for some reason. Maybe they're not. Next time on Game Grumps.
Okay.
I'm a horrible monster that eats creatures, and I don't know anything about wildlife. There, I said it.
Next time on Game Grumps.
Actually, I need to be on the 3rd floor for the adhesive, don't I?
Got it out of the way for you.
Adhesive, my god.
I'm a piece of shit that knows nothing. Discuss.
Adhesive is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things use adhesive.
And with her, a flood of potential patients. A deluge of digital records, X-rays, MRIs.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this.
Of Penelope. But with the help of AT&T and a network that scales up and down on demand, this hospital can be ready.
Should I just put multiple hoppers in here, I wonder?
And reliable. Because no one knows and like AT&T.
This is going to be the tricky part.
This is the podcast where we talk about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic coming from Big Studios. This episode it will be issue number 4, and we are once again welcoming back Mr. Kyle Higgins. Welcome back, Kyle.
Hey, thanks. It is always pleasant to be here in the boom room.
Pleasant to have you in the room. You should have an actual room. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
The boom happens.
That's gotta be the way to do it. Let's take care of the Voltec lunchboxes first.
It's just a booby space. I'm sorry.
It sounds like a shitty '90s song, or like early 2000s.
I'm sure there was like Bangor Boys or something.
That's I was just thinking that Bangor Boys. Yes, circa like 2000.
I think we can all agree that's the true inspiration for this podcast.
What would be the best way to do this?
Where we got inspiration. Enough about the Bangor Boys. We should instead talk about issue number 4. Now, should we just talk about the issue overall first before we sort of get into the specifics, maybe? How do you feel about things so far? How this is going?
Pretty good. I think sales are strong. People seem to dig the book. I'm having fun. Henry just had a kid.
Oh wow!
So he hasn't told me that, by the way. My editors told me, like, did you know Henry had a kid? I said, no, I didn't know that. So he's a new dad, which makes
The great thing about hoppers, unless they're powered, they won't do it. They won't do anything.
5, where Tony Silas is coming in to do the Zach one shot.
Yeah,
And and get ahead on issue 6 through 9. The schedule on this first arc was a little brutal because we burned a lot of our lead time up front, and that came out of just kind of the usual progress of trying to get a book off the ground, and Saban is still learning how to do this on a monthly basis.
There we go.
And now we're kind of firing on all
Kind of finicky how this thing will drop to places.
Right now, I just
Now, if the hopper isn't powered, it'll just stay in the hopper's storage inventory, so that's fine.
on issue 6, and I'm doing lettering on that and everything. I've noticed kind of a pattern that I fall into when I start a new book, where the early issues, when I look back, Batman Beyond was the first time I kind of noticed this a few years ago, where the early issues
I really can't move that over, can I? Because that'll block the door. So I suppose if it's here, you can still go around it. So you need to be able to get as much space as possible.
In some cases, overwriting to too many panels per page, or too many sound effects, and everything feels very meticulously kind of placed in a way that doesn't usually doesn't have quite the right kind of intangibles, like the right kind of flow. And it's a subtle thing, and most people probably would never pick up on something like that, or at least that's how what I have to tell myself to not go crazy. But as I get into a book, a few issues in, I feel like I kind of loosen up my grip on certain things in a way that allows a little bit more freedom and a little bit more, I don't know, just kind of a better flow.
Yeah.
And so, like, looking at issue 5, I think it flowed really, really well. I think issue 6, the amount of dialogue, kind of panels per page, it's working really well. And so I'm really excited. I think issue 4 is pretty awesome, but it's definitely a dense issue because we had to pack a ton in.
There's certainly a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to have a few more pages just to kind of open things up a bit. Some splashes and double-page spreads for the action. But it is what it is, and I'm really excited getting into the second arc now. So.
It is exciting. So let's before we get started, let's talk about that a little. You've talked in past episodes about not really like this issue isn't the end of the first arc, in that we're still very much in the middle of the story and everything's still going on. But would it be fair to say that this is kind of the end of the first act of that first big story?
Yeah, at least we got some light in here. I could put more lighting in later, but at least now I have a better idea of being able to see things.
It's the end of the first story arc because that's how the trade paperback will collect it.
Yeah.
But the first kind of arc is really like the first 8 to 12 issues is kind of like, I think in terms of like year arcs. So this is definitely the first big kind of game-changing moment that spins into what the next 4 issues.
It's actually not too bad. If I need to push it, I can, but I don't think I need to.
That will have a big game-changing moment that will spin into the next 4 issues, and by the end of that, our characters are going to be in a different place from where they started, and that will be the end of kind of the first big. That'll be the end of the mega arc, I guess you could designate it as.
Well, I think that's probably a good segue to start talking about the issue specifically. So if you haven't, listeners, read the issue yet, then what's wrong with you? Yeah, first of all, second of all, stop right now, go get it, you get it from Anthology, or probably from your friends we have. Yep. Read it,
Actually.
and then come back and read this, because we're going to break this thing down bit by bit. And it starts off on the first page, just in case...
We do have a lot of ingredients we have to sort.
Dragons are carrying out the ocean and attacking an ocean liner. And, wow...
Can you get past this? Yeah, I can do that.
That last panel can still come forth the city. That's great.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, technically I could probably do some here. It's a matter of whether or not I have enough hopper space.
Colors as well. And, that's something that people probably don't think about a lot, but, a colorist on a book like this, and I see every step of the art process, so, I know what Matt brings to the table, but if Hendry weren't colored right, the book would not look nearly as good as it does. And especially on something like this where, we were running a bit hot on some of our deadlines just because of, like I was saying before, like getting something like this up and running. We ate a lot of our free time up front. So, I feel that as a writer a bit. Hendry definitely feels it as the artist. But lettering and color feel that more than anyone, because they're at the end of the pipeline. And so for Matt to turn in the type of work that he's been turning in under the type of deadline crunch that he's been under is kind of...
It's going to be a pain in the ass.
It's
Nope.
a minor miracle. And so we're incredibly fortunate to have a book that looks, as good as it does. So, yeah. Dragon Sword, destroying ocean liners.
Speaking of the colours,
People. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking about the colours, you can see it in the purple of the ocean here. And I think for some reason it's that little detail that really sets off that last panel.
Sure.
It gives you that feel of like it really is and
Right.
this is like, probably a situation.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
walking that kind of fine line, threading that needle about how much destruction you can really have. You know, people can't really die, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Let's see.
exactly. There's like life jackets and it's the middle of the ocean. But yeah. At least they're floating.
They're probably good. For all we know, no one died.
Not if I had my way.
Yeah, so Scorpion is back in the battle scene as well. And it's interesting to see him take such a pivotal role.
Yeah.
I like it too. It is cool. And then we jump on page 2 to NASA, where they have to respond quickly to this disaster. And I think maybe it's what you were saying earlier about sort of finding your groove with the series, but the characterization of the characters coming through in such small periods of time, I think
Looks like it'll just barely fit.
Jason in particular
thanks.
really feels like he's that right balance between just a really good guy and the right leader for the team, but also not perfect. Does that make sense?
The one that's been really working for me, I had the opportunity to see Jason David Frank at a convention in Sydney last weekend or the weekend before, and I really in this issue with all of like his line readings in my head, really like it really feels like Tommy, and I think it's an impressive bit of work because those are not particularly well defined characters historically in the show.
Yeah.
But I really
I think we'll
feel
just barely be able to keep it up.
Well, that's awesome. I think, I think I'd be lying if I didn't say I have those actors kind of voices in my head a lot of times. But I don't know. I mean, I'll write lines once in a while, and I'll go, "Would they say that, or could I actually hear them say that?" And I can't. But I still know it's like, no, this feels right. And so it's kind of a, I don't know. It's again, it's a fine line to walk where you want to write it so it feels reminiscent of the original show, but the quickest way to kind of lose your mojo is to try to make it the old show, or try to make it sound like the old show, because and then it just sounds like it becomes parody, you know. I think we finally worked in some
there we go.
in issue 5, but I kind of fought it for a little while.
Yeah, it's just large
because
enough.
The second you start doing where's the line? You know, are you doing it on every line? Are you doing it? You know, how much of it then becomes a pastiche? So not the original show. You know, things that feel tonally kind of, not even tonally, but things that feel kind of similar or reminiscent of, I think are
Yeah,
good,
that looks good.
You know, an homage to. But I try to push things forward with some of the language from these characters, so that it doesn't just, so it doesn't just read as kind of like a strict retreading. You know, I mean, sometimes I'll write lines for a character, and then I'll give them to a different character, just because I think it's like, oh, it would actually be more interesting to hear this person say that, and I'll reword things once in a while that feels a little too, out of that character's wheelhouse. But yeah, I mean, these are the struggles that you have writing an ensemble book like this.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I
Have to put the floors down first.
So rapidly, I found it really interesting. We were able to, because it's what is 7-panel page with a lot of dialogue, but it also
It's a dense page. Yeah, it's a dense page.
But it also doesn't feel like it's a slog. Like it's so natural, fast moving.
And I have to say before we move on, I think based on the last 3 or 4 pages of this issue, I don't think anyone's going to be able to accuse you of being too much like the original show.
And Fallout 4 just crashed.
I get the feelings that some stuff is about to shake up a little.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment.
But let's get to that in a sec.
Yeah.
So this next page is really interesting to me because, I mean, like, functionally, nothing really happens other than the Rangers morph and summon